Hello. So we're going to talk about envy for a minute, or 3 or 8 or whatever. And it's something I don't like to see. I've known many of people whose lives have been ruined by their envy. It's not something I have ever had. I just didn't have it. It goes along with, I explained to you before, I'm not competitive. It was always just personal best. My head was down, I was doing my thing, and I was trucking along. I didn't compete with people, how people compete with people. Do you know what I'm saying? I was probably the last homeowner of everybody that I know. Do you know what I mean? This is going back 25 years ago, but I was many a cheerleader, many a time, through many a friend, buying many a home, getting a good job, getting a transfer, you know what I mean? And all I ever felt, not just showed, all I ever felt was joy, right? I see people, they're green with envy. I don't get it. And it rules their life and ruins their life. When you think about the level of envy a narcissist carries through life, it sounds like a torturous, unfathomable amount of pain for me to even think of being driven by the amount of envy that they must carry. They have it for their friends. They have it for their family. They have it for anybody within earshot, eyeshot, or knowing them shot in their circle or a peripheral circle that has any kind of success. They absolutely have envy. Anything that threatens their image of themselves is going to cause the narcissist great stress. So with successful people around them, they may fool themselves into thinking they belong there for a while. They may create a persona who does belong there. But with any amount of time, these friends will catch on to the fact that this guy they met golfing who's now hanging out with them isn't really all that. The narcissist thought that they could have this life rub off on them somehow, I think, is why narcissists try to hang around with a crowd that they may emulate. Like successful by association or something. I mean, people, situations, I honestly think that they believe through osmosis that goodness is going to come to them. And then the narcissist starts to envy the life. The honeymoon's over. He's charmed them. They've laughed. They became these interim buddy friends and or circle wherever. And now he's starting to envy their life. And he wants it. But these people begin to see, and suddenly their new friendship is gone, and they bounce from person to person in order to keep their self-esteem up by viewing themselves through the eyes of a new audience. They keep meeting new people. They keep telling their stories. They're regaling new ears. They're getting new laughter. They're finding new people with whom to be intimate. Like whatever. It's all new. It's feeding them. If they keep meeting people and they're all buying his story, they need that. They want that. They envy others for having it. The life that they're looking at, that they've become this peripheral part of. And that might even, and often does, include yours. Not just these friends I'm talking about. They have envy for their family members. If you think of a family member that the narcissist doesn't talk to or something, there's probably a reason, and I bet it's rooted in envy. I've known several, and it seems to boil down to that, especially between family members. So, They can't get what they see in others they want. They can't get it themselves, so this is the best way they know how to have it. They attach themselves to your life, your being, your spirit. You have friends, family, a life, they envy that. How can you be so close to all these people? I was told that, like, wow, you have a lot of love for a lot of people. I want that in my life. I like that part of your life, that you have so much love around you. I said, well, I've cultivated these relationships for a long time. They don't have the wherewithal to do that. So they just want to get it through osmosis, by relation to you. They're going to now be in this and start to feel that until it gets too much for them. They're envious because they can't feel anything real. So that's a whole other leg of it as well. They know you love hard your people. They see that. They can't feel anything real. And they know that deep down inside. Even if they convince themselves that they might for a little while. With every new person that comes into their life, partner or otherwise, they're going to convince themselves that they're going to, yeah, I like this person. Okay. Just wait, it'll wear off, narcissist. Like, I swear they don't even know their own pattern. Now, if you're successful, and they'll love that. They'll love the lifestyle that can go with that. But eventually, the envy that they have over your success will become a monster, and then he'll wreck it. And that success may be professionally. That success may be you have a phenomenal relationship with your family. That success might be something materialistic, like you're remodeling, and they don't even have a place to live. That might bother a narcissist. And I feel like this is when the devalue happens and starts to happen. The envy that the narcissist feels drives so much of what they do and how they move through life. And I think that the devalue is part of that. I think so. Because they have to now make you feel bad. Your success is starting to bother them. You had such a great day. You came off an excellent vacation. How many times has it happened that you came home with great news, you came back from a great time, something wonderful to share, and they wrecked it? Because you can't get too fabulous. So the magnanimous quality about you that attracted them to you, it can't get too much. Especially like if they're having a low day and you come in and you've had this higher day, they're envious. It's never a pure, I'm so happy for you type thing. Like, picture your friends. Like, if I had a friend come in and had a great day, oh, I'm so glad, tell me all about it. Ooh, ooh, like, what else? Of course. Never do you ever feel, I don't. Again, I really don't. I just don't have those feelings of figures. They get that kind of petty feeling. Figures, that happened to her today. And they feel lousy because they've not had a great day. So your whatever happened that's good is going to punctuate. It starts to grind on them. It starts to grind. Envy's an ugly thing. It is an ugly, ugly, ugly thing. And I think it's all over people's faces when they are this kind of human. I can definitely, you can hear it in the things that they say. People aren't like hiding it. It's disgusting. I don't understand it. I guess because I've always been happy with what I've had in front of me. I had a good upbringing. I think I have strong role models, and I think, I don't know. I don't know. I just knew to be happy with what I have. And I just didn't look to the next person and envy what they had. My friends laugh. They're like, you're so oblivious. Because I just didn't have that. But I I feel that when you are consumed, not only have it, but when you're consumed by it. So they're the opposite end of the spectrum, pardon me, than I am. They want everything that's around them that they're like a child who wants something like toys. They're going to talk about someone's boat. They're going to talk about someone's new car. They're going to envy that somebody moved again or went on vacation, or his girlfriend is prettier than his, or his, do you know what I mean? This kind of thing is what drives their whole, part of what drives all of how they live. Oh my God. I would be exhausted if I thought that. I'm exhausted now just rattling off a few examples. I mean, what an ugly place to live. And they reside in that spot. That's where they reside. In that ugly, full of unfathomable envy. And no end in sight. No end in sight. And I've explained to you before, and I'm going to explain it again, that in Buddhism, they teach you, I'm a Catholic who probably should have been Jewish, who's been reading about Buddhism for 30 years. That's how I describe my religion, but I was raised Catholic. But I've been reading Buddhism forever. And it tells you that if you cannot be happy in your present moment, you will always suffer. Right? Very simple. We don't even have to talk about enlightenment. But if you, one part of enlightenment, I guess it's hard not to, is once you can sit in your present way of living and be happy, you're well on your way to being enlightened, because that's all you have is now. Okay? An envious person is always wanting the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next best thing, more money, cuter people, better looking this, something that. They're chasing always. They're never happy where they sit. They're never happy in their present moment. To me, as someone who's mastered being present I'm happy in their present moment. I guess I always have been. That's why I didn't feel envy. That sounds absurd to me, that they would live in that state. That's my hell. They're always chasing, never satisfied. Thirst is never quenched. Nothing's enough. Nothing is enough. Nothing is enough. Oh my God, I can't even imagine that, because I exist in such a state of peaceful, happy satisfaction in my life on a perpetual, continual basis. I can't imagine not feeling that way even for 1 second. The way they are carried, the way they are going through life perpetually, every second, continually, is the opposite of how I'm living. And I cannot fathom that hell. That's like the second time I said hell. I don't understand. But I really do picture that being an absolute way I could never live. And I can't fathom that level of envy. I can't imagine carrying that level of envy. And I can't imagine having my free will altered and guided by a monster as ugly as envy. They make decisions based on it. It guides them. So, of course, that's going to lead to a messy life. You're not being guided by anything pure or real or well-intentioned. I mean, just think that through. It's got to be the most awful existence inside the brain and mind of a narcissist, that they are never, ever, ever going to be satisfied or happy. Doesn't matter what they show you. My narcissist has a megawatt smile. If you look at it, you think, oh, he's so happy. Please, no. Miserable. Miserable. Chasing. Always. It's like a dream where you never catch. You never catch the thing in front of you. You never catch it. You never catch it. You're frustrated the whole time. Like they're on their own hamster wheel in their life, chasing, 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 never getting anywhere. And never, ever, even if it doesn't matter how much they got, they have an entitlement to the most grandiose thing available or possible. And they are on a journey to find more, more, more. And if they stop enjoying your lifestyle or your fabulousness, it's probably because something happened that was just a little too good for you. And now they're feeling envious, and it's punctuating their nothingness, and they're going to lash out in the form of devalue. That might take on cheating, lying, triangulation, gaslighting, all the other things they can do in devalue. But it could, and many times does, start with some kind of deep-seated hatred and envy, and it's time to wreck it. It's time to wreck it. They recognize when it's time to wreck it, and a way that can be brought on, I swear to God, they start to feel uneasy. You have friends over. All of the friends are well-adjusted, successful, happy, bright, funny, nice company. That'll make them jealous. They're a mess inside. They know it. What kind of show are they going to put on for these people? Have they met them before? So you think, oh, what narcissist is going to come out and play tonight? I wonder who he's going to be. He doesn't even know. He doesn't know these people yet. It's so funny to watch them with new people. They don't know how to be. They don't know how to be. They got to size everybody up. Who are they most jealous of? They're going to try to make friends with that person and make that person like them. Every choice they make is driven by it. I've given it a lot of thought. It won't be the last time I talk about it. But I wanted to make sure I mentioned it because I want you to give it some thought. It's an ugly place to live. Ugly. Not envious of that place. See what I did there?